So for today's video, I wanted to jump back into Blade and Sorcery Nomad, mainly just to play around with the mods and maybe even show like how that all works. The problem is that at least this is what I've noticed in my headset, is that when you start putting in mods, it slows the game down like tremendously. I've had it crash a few times. And by crash, I mean it just freezes, and it's just there forever until you exit out, like kind of force quit it to come back into this menu here, and then you have to start all over again. Certain mods just don't work, and by that I mean if you turn them on, you try to use them, the game won't work. So I've identified a couple of them, just gotten rid of them, don't even try them. But other ones do work. Now, again, because it's so like strenuous on the headset, coupling that with recording, and I don't know if it's gonna work. We will find that out together. Also, I do want to show off this skybox in this environment. I think it actually works pretty well. But anyways, I'm also testing out same microphone, same setup, but now I have a slightly different setting. It gives you the option in the voice recorder to have noise cancellation either open or closed. I don't know what that means. The manual's garbage. It doesn't really tell you anything. Can't tell if it means on or off instead of open or closed. I'm changing the setting up from the last couple of videos that I've done to see if that helps with the sharp sounds when I speak, or if just the overall loudness. And also I want to make sure, or I want to see if it actually eliminates some of the breathing sounds. So yeah, this is another test video also for audio. So let me know what you think of it, especially if you've seen the videos before this one. Maybe you can compare the two differences. Aside from all that, let's go into Blade and Sorcery Nomad. And I think I'm going to leave this part in. I usually cut out the loading parts, but I want you to see what's going on here. So you have this loading screen that comes up, and sometimes it doesn't even make it. This time it pretty much went through. But once you start trying to play the game, you get that other loading screen, and it sometimes just freezes because it's starting to load the additional mods. So this is what you get when you first jump in. I talked about this in the last video, but I didn't actually show this part. It does say that they are it says they're going to aim for a full release in 2023. Well, we're in 2024, and the Crystal Hunt mode is not available yet. Is what it is. But we're not here for that. We're here for the mods. So you got options, play mods. Click on mods, and you're greeted with this. And I don't know if you can see it, but you see that it's like black on the sides. Basically, what you're seeing is frozen now. Yeah. Again, I don't know if it's showing up on flat screen, but it's a lot of freezing going on. It is working really hard to run with all this going on at the same time. And this is something that I don't know if it's normal or if it's just I got a bad headset. But yeah, now things start to load in, kind of go in, but everything is like, the frame rate is like awful. Everything is really slow. And if I turn around, there we go. Some stuff I fixed. Yeah, okay. Again, I don't know if it actually records that. We'll find out when I edit this. But these are the mods. When you actually download some of these mods, so let's say you want to know what the mod actually is. If you click on the mod itself, Some of them give a description, some of them don't. This is all like third-party stuff. Individuals who just know how to do this stuff. Some of them work, some of them don't. Some of them have like no no explanation as to what it is. This one, unfortunately, I wanted it to work. I wanted to see what it is, but it doesn't seem to be in there. So it's called the Leviathan Axe. It's installed and it's there, but I can't find it in the game, so I'm guessing it just doesn't work. Or maybe I'm just overlooking it. But you have a whole bunch of different things, different mods for different things. And as I said, some of them work, some of them don't. You have environmental mods, you have weapon mods, spell mods. They have all kinds of different like clothing additions for you, and I guess for the for your enemies. But after a while, it does kind of seem simple. It's strange to say it that way. I haven't seen so far. I haven't seen any mods that work here that actually change your character or your enemies. You can have different armor, but you can't change. Like, I can't fight a giant bear or a dragon. It's always going to be the same, people. But whatever. Now, I'm also pretty sure that a lot of these mods are actually just for PC, and they don't actually work with the Quest. And the only reason I know this is because some of them actually say that, that it's not for Quest, or that the actual visuals for the Quest are going to be much lower quality because it's the Quest. So it's not just strictly Quest 2 stuff here. It's pretty much everything, it seems. So you do kind of have to play around with it, see what works, see what doesn't. Once you've downloaded these mods, you'll have them here under My Mods, if you can see that. And you can toggle them on or off. A lot of them I have, once I see them, if I don't really care for them, I just kind of toggle them off and maybe play with them later. Because as I said, after a while the loading times become so ridiculous that it'll actually stop and it'll freeze and you won't be able to play. You have to leave the game and then come back. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. So far I think the best mods are the ones that affect actual gameplay, which I can't for the life of me remember which ones they are on here. Let's see if I can figure this out. See this one, the sci-fi blade. I want to see that. I don't think it works because I can't find it. Certain weapons they don't show up, like this one as well. I don't know. Excalibur works. You can find that in there. But let's see if I can remember which one. Better decaps and non-fatal dismemberments. So if you really want to be a psychopath, I mean a real, like, absolute maniac, that's what you want. Here you can chop off their arms and they just keep coming. You chop off their feet, they keep coming. Not their legs. As soon as you chop off a leg, that's it, they're dead. Chop off their heads and they don't just pop off. Apparently they kind of fall off more realistically. I don't know if this includes the. No, I think it's there. We go. Where is it? I thought I saw it. Enhanced piercing. I don't really see a difference with that one. I'm trying to find it quickly. I do need to get rid of some of these because I don't use them. Painful death sound effects. So if you really, really want to go full on just nutcase sadist, you go with that one. Because what happens is when they die, they don't just go and die and fall over. It's kind of bad for some of them. It's like a really drawn out, painful, guttural death, like over the top, almost like bad acting kind of death. And it does kind of make it a little more fun, I'm not gonna lie. You don't want to play this kind of thing though for people to see, because they're gonna start thinking some stuff. Let's just say that. I will show you some stuff though, just for fun. I'll try not to do too much. But yeah, okay, so toggle them on or off. You hear noise in the background, like a cat crying or just being a complete asshole and just knocking things over. I don't know what to do about that other than to just literally throw him out the house, and I'm not going to do that. He'll be quiet all day. As soon as I start trying to make a video, he does that, and you'll I'm sure if you've watched previous videos, you've heard it. I don't always hear it when I'm recording, so I can't stop the video and try to eliminate that. Unfortunately, is what it is. Let's be honest. These are not award-winning videos that I'm making. These are not even monetized videos that I'm making. This is just my little hobby. I will make a video talking about that as well. It's about time I kind of address some of that stuff too, but that's another thing. So we're gonna see if we can actually get the game to work, because just because this is working does not mean the game is gonna work. If I turn certain things on right now and then go back and then hit play, there's like a 50-50 chance it's gonna fail. And some weird, I don't know, maybe it's just my imagination, but I've noticed that it's more likely to fail if I just hit play and just stay staring in this direction, as opposed to hit play and then quickly turn around. I know it sounds dumb, but if I'm not looking at this part where it actually says the percentage of loading, it seems to work better. Like, it's more likely to be successful. I've tested this, whereas it won't work 2 times in a row. I don't change any other settings. I don't change any mods. It's just that when I hit play, I turn around and just wait, and then when I turn back, my character is there, as opposed to if I hit play, kind of just, sometimes it'll get all the way up to 100%. It'll say it's loaded 100%, and that's when it freezes. We're gonna test it, see if it works, see if it doesn't. I don't know if recording is gonna be a problem, if it's gonna add to the strain, but we'll see. So let's hit play. As you can see, it's loading, and I don't know if you can see on flat screen that, yeah, the frame rate is dropping terribly, and I do hear my cat crying in the background. Can't really do anything about it. See, it's kind of stuck. He's being an asshole. Okay, perfect. It worked. Good. Great. That's just one of my characters. I got a bunch. You have different ones. I have that guy. I have that chick. I have that guy. That guy's ridiculous. That is, I think, the tallest character you can create. But this is like my main character that I was playing with. This one was a newer character, because as you can see, she has different different stuff that I'm just playing with now. Different weapons that are new and all that. I think that's the Excalibur sword right there. So let's play with this guy for now. And we select. Yeah, I'm not 5'8", and neither is he. If I do auto height, it says 5'2", but that's a lie. I'm 5'4". But if I put it to 5'4", his arms look like they're down to his knees, and his legs are like crunched up. It doesn't look right. So I just leave it to whatever they think I am. See, it changed again. To whatever they think I am, just so that it doesn't look too weird. But honestly, I barely look at myself anyway, so. Okay, so again, another loading screen. A lot of loading screens. It could fail here as well. Okay, alright, okay, good. It's moving. It's moving. It froze for a second, but it might be okay. There we go. Again, I don't know if it's showing up on flat screen, but basically what's happening is it's like the screen, the image is freezing, and then it continues to load afterwards. Alright, so we're in the home here, and now we got our mods all set up here in the book. Now, another thing that's going to happen is if I click on something, it's going to freeze for a moment. So there we go. I was waving my hand and you could see that it was kind of frozen. Or maybe you didn't, I don't know. Yeah, I mentioned the Leviathan axe, I think it was called. It's not here. I think under the, if I remember correctly, it said that it was under axes. These are the axes. Oh, it froze again. So if I click on here, these are the axes. There's another thing here that says axe as well, and again, it's not here. There's a whole bunch of them. These are all additional. This is all from the mods, but it's not here. The Leviathan axe is not here. So maybe it's something that only works with PC, but we can see a bunch of cool stuff. So let's go to, let's go to the coolest stuff, which is, well, it's not really, it all depends on you, on your point of view. Beam sabers. So these are lightsabers, but they're not lightsabers. They do have other mods that specifically say lightsabers. I don't have them on right now because, in my opinion, these are actually better. They function better when you actually fight and use them. So this would be your standard looking lightsaber. And the way you turn it on is, so when you push the trigger button, you can actually change the grip. But if you push A button, there we go. I always forget which buttons are what. It actually turns it on and turns it off. And you can hear the sound effects, which I think is pretty cool. Don't particularly like that one. I actually like this one because it's basically a Japanese katana lightsaber. And what's the other one that I think is pretty cool? Where you at? Excalibur. So now I have it in this hand, so it looks like your standard like broadsword or I don't know, great sword, long sword, European sword. And I think that's pretty cool. But all right, let's show real quick what else we got here. So there are a few different environments that they've created. I actually currently have them off because I already played them and I don't really care for them. But there is one that I thought was pretty cool, and I think it's this one. So I kind of left that one on. So for that one, you only have sandbox as the option, as opposed to like if you go to the arena, you can also do survival modes, which those are pretty cool. But I can never seem to get them to end. But all right, let's check out this one here. Alright, so we're in this custom made one that somebody did. Every time we hit a loading screen, I always kind of have a little bit of a panic. Not so much a panic, but I always have like this fingers crossed moment that it works. I think now that I know which mods crash the game and which don't, it more or less will work. Now, here's the crazy thing about this one. Those look pretty nice, but they're not real. It's just decoration. You have your weapons here, and then you have this craziness here. And if you can actually go all the way down there. the idea is the enemies spawn, they come through here, and you can pretty much just knock them down and they fall to their death. There's ropes. Most of this stuff I think is for the player, because I've never seen one of the game enemies actually climb a rope. The NPCs. And here's another thing with the mods. There are so many different ones. Well, there was one where it had bosses. I think I took it off because I wasn't sure if it was crashing the game or not. And two of the bosses are basically just giants. So one is pretty much the tallest you can get, which is like the character I made that I showed earlier. And then the other one is just ridiculous. They don't work too well, unfortunately. At least the really big one doesn't work too well. But it is a cool little change of pace. So let's just go with some basic. We'll do one-on-one. And I'll show you the horror that is that mod for the painful death and the dismemberment. So she just changed. She had a cloak on, and what the hell? That was interesting. Alright, so I always like to heat up my weapon here. It really allows you to well, you'll see in a minute. So okay, that was a little anticlimactic, but alright, let's try another one. That's the one that was there first. Let's try this again. Let's see if I can get her to really... Yeah. So those additional little screams, that's yeah, that's what comes in there. There was somebody there. Where'd they go? How'd you end up over here? What is happening here? Okay, let's see. Yeah, you see the whole like, you know, the over-the-top acting. It is kind of fun. All right, what other weapons I have? I don't really get it. So let's show the dismemberment. Hold on. Really? You're gonna try to make me look bad? Alright, so that didn't work. I don't know why that didn't work. Also, I'm gonna die because I forgot to turn on the cheats. There we go. Gotta turn on your cheats if you want to play God. In the game, I mean. Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can make it work this time. No? Alright. Alright. There we go. Get up. Come on. I didn't even do anything to her this time. And she did. They are not cooperating with me today. Do I have another weapon over here? I do not. I'll be with you in a moment, sweetie. I need to get a weapon. I forgot that you have to do this with your hands to run. Oh. Can I eat something and get some health? Okay, that's not working. Oh. Wow. That's also a little embarrassing. I forgot that in this custom level, this book don't work. You can't get additional weapons. So you kind of have to work with whatever they got. As I said, these are like done by individuals, third parties, and they don't always work well. Okay. Let's do this. And let's see if she'll let me do this. There we go. There's one arm. There's another one. Partially. And yet and look, she's still walking around. She don't give a shit. Look, she's even still trying to fight. Sometimes you could get at the ankle, you could get the foot, and they'll still move around. But once you get the leg, oh, I didn't mean to do that. But once you actually cut off the leg, they just drop. Let's see if I can show that. I probably need a longer weapon for that. This might work. Okay. There we go. So, again, once you cut the leg off, they're done. But you can pretty much cut anything else off, aside from their head, obviously. And they will keep coming. Which, I don't know why it's not a function in the game to begin with. I mean... Yeah, see, that's over the top. But it does make it more... Well, it makes me more of a psychopath, let's be honest. Who else? There she is. Alright. I don't like this level anymore. Let's get out of here. I want to be able to show you some of the weapons, and I can't do that here. So let's return home. I will say, if you are new to VR and you're playing this for the first time, and it's just one of your first games you're playing, be real mindful of your real world environment. I've already knocked a couple of things down, which I probably cut out of the video already, because I lost track, because I'm too busy talking to you guys and not actually paying attention. So my problem is I don't like to use the joystick to turn, because it makes me a little sick. So I'd rather just stand in place and rotate my entire body when I need to move around. But if you're in a small space and you're not really paying attention and you actually start to step to the side or back or front, you don't really know where you're looking, and that's how you break things or accidentally hit a pet or something. Alright, I'm gonna go to one that I do know that works. So this is another custom one. This one I downloaded recently, that's why it's still there. I didn't take it out. But this one actually has also the survival mode. But I know everything works in there, so I can get different weapons. We're still going to stick with the sandbox though. Okay, so yeah, this is another custom area. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, to be honest. It's different. I probably won't play it often. It's too large, to be honest. Let's do the Templar stuff. 1v1, let's see. Yeah, sure, why not? Wait, it's an archer. Oh, Templar Archer, Templar Knight, Templar Mixed. Huh. Yeah, let's do that. So that's going to start. I don't know where they're going to come from. They might be right behind me, or they might be all the way down there. They're all the way over there. I hear police sirens. I didn't notice that the last time I played. Alright, let's play with some weapons here. What do we got that's additional? Ow, I wasn't... Yeah, that's all custom. That is not in the native game. That armor, the shield. Do you mind? I'm trying to make a video. See, I do like the fact, somewhat, I like the fact that, oh my god, this is so ridiculous. Yeah, there's a lot of these things. These crazy anime weapons, video game weapons. They don't really work well, I don't think. But I noticed that the enemies that they give you, they always make them about your size or maybe even a little shorter. Remember, I am in game 5'3", according to the game, And he's about my size. Maybe, like I said, a little shorter. This is so wonky. Look at this. Oh my god. Well, that kind of worked. Okay, you just stay there for a bit. That is... I don't think I've ever seen them do that. That is amazing. Let's try something else here. I do like the Japanese stuff. Let's see. What do we got? He ain't playing. Oh. That's dumb. What do we got? What else we got? Jesus, that's a little ridiculous. The handle's almost as big as the sword, as the blade part. Alright. That's weird. Okay. Since he has chainmail, I don't think I could actually stab him. Yeah, no. If I heat it up, though. Nope. There we go, see? Yeah, so if you heat it up, it can actually go through the metal. They're just gonna keep coming. Okay. There was a couple of spell mods that I was really looking forward to trying. This one works. This is the dagger summon. So you looks like the regular fire spell, but then when you let go, a dagger appears, and it kind of has the weird telekinesis power to it. So when you throw it, it does that. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of like flies. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah. See, it kind of just hovers there. It's a very weird thing. If you heat it up. Actually, I think it comes already heated. Where are you? I heard an arrow. Oh, okay, they're all the way down there. Okay, they can stay there for a bit. So, that one summons a dagger, right? Like I said. And it just kind of flies. But when you bring them together, you get a sword. So if you're looking for a weapon and you can't find anything, you can always summon one with that spell. That one doesn't fly for some reason. The knife does. That's the only spell mod that I was able to get to work. There was one that was supposed to allow you to... So, you know how you have your fire ball, like does that, and then if you combine the two, you get one of those. Well, it was supposed to allow you to do that with just one hand, and you would end up with a giant fireball. And then supposedly you can combine the fire and the lightning at the same time and use it. It crashed my game. Every time I tried it, it was crashing my game, so I realized it wasn't going to work. It's a pity, but it is what it is. Let's go kill this person here. Real quick. And... oh. He's still alive. Oh, not anymore. He was still alive, though. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, so that's kind of the cool thing about this is, like I said, the mods. And that's kind of how you would use them. It's just a trial and error thing. Let's go back to... let's go to the main menu. Okay, so we're back at the main menu. Let's see. I'll stick with her, but can I change? Yeah, you see, so unfortunately you would have to restart the game to change your mods around. Kind of sucks, because again, there's so much loading time that you waste a lot of time with this game. I do want to mention that there were other mods that I wanted to use. I think there was one that allowed you to basically fly, like you just straight up flew, or at least that's what the description said. Didn't work, couldn't get it to work. So a lot of those that don't seem to work, I think it's because it's more for like PC, and I guess the Quest 2 can't handle it, or it just doesn't. It's not compatible. You know, again, I'm not very knowledgeable about this stuff, so I can't really tell you for sure. I just can tell you that it doesn't work. So let's, yeah, as I was saying, let's go over here. Let's play Big Boy over here. Now, in order for him to work, he's not a mod. He's standard. In order for him to work, so he's not 5'8". So if I put him at 5'8", that's what he looks like. I can actually put him as small as this as well. Oh my god, it's adorable. I've done that already, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen, because you're basically at ankle height to everyone else, which means when you swing your sword, you're just chopping their legs right off. But let's make him as tall as can be. So that's as tall as they allow it. And let's play a game real quick. Now then, you'll notice right now everything looks the same. If I look down, however, you'll see my knees. So if it's like I'm crouched. I can't even move fast. Look at that. I can jump. That'll move me a little quicker. So to give you an idea of what it looks like, this is what it looks like. I'm standing straight up, because again, it's trying to match based on the headset. So in order for this to work, I gotta do a couple of things. First, I need to go into my settings. I need to go into my physical space. I need to go to set floor level, which now for you it's all black, but I'm gonna lower it beyond my actual floor. Hit confirm, and now I'm a little bit taller. Still not perfect. Now I think I can also do this. So if I go to accessibility, mobility, adjust height, now we're talking. So now I actually have to physically crouch to look down and see myself. So if I bring the floor up a little bit, he won't be on his tippy toes. So you can make these things work. It's just a matter of just playing around with them. So let's go back to set floor level, and instead of putting it down all the way, we'll bring it up right about there, maybe a little more. Okay, now let's see what we got. Now it's a little bit better. See, so I can kind of, yeah, so it works, sort of. Now the thing about having this size is he handles the really large weapons a lot better than if you're smaller. So they actually built that into like the physics of the game, which I thought was pretty cool. Now let's see how he actually fights here. We'll go to the arena because I want something small, a small area. You know what? Let's show you guys the survival, because I don't think I've seen too many videos of people doing that. You see people playing the dungeon and just overall like the canyon area, but I don't think I've seen them showcase the survival mode. Okay, so with survival mode, this is what you get. You get these 3 stones that offer you one of 3 weapons. You choose one. Once you choose one, you don't have access to the other 2. They disappear. The stones go down. You start fighting. You can use the weapon you chose, or you can use weapons that you take from other enemies, from defeated enemies. But normally there would be something here that allows you to spawn your enemies as well as your weapons. It's gone because that's what survival mode is. Now, if you drop a weapon and start the next round, it's gone. It disappears. So you need to make sure you have the weapon that you want in your hands, or like holstered, so they don't disappear. That's what I've noticed. So let's choose a weapon. These are all, I'm assuming, yeah, like that one. These are all custom weapons, modded weapons. It's pretty big, but not terribly big. Now, see how small they look? And I could make them look even smaller if I drop my floor a little bit more, so that my character looks like he's tippy-toeing, which I think I'll do that, actually. So let's let's bring this down again, and then let's go here, and physical space, set floor level. Okay, confirm. Go back here. Alright, look at that. I am a proper giant now. Something that I've never experienced in real life, because I am a little person. But yeah, so... Ooh. Okay, so the first round it's I think 1-on-1. And then the next round I think it's 2-on-2, 2-on-1. Then the next round is 3-on-1, and then it just kind of progresses from there. They get armor, it gets harder. Look at how small the sword looks in my hands. It's like a big knife. I could barely reach her. Look at this thing. Look at how tiny it looks. Okay. So let's grab a weapon. See, with this guy, you can have these giant spears and maybe even the giant swords, and very little struggle with the weapon. So normally, if I had the other person, this would be like it would feel like it's being weighed down. So that's kind of cool, actually. But of course, you do gotta heat it up. And trip. She died before I could do anything. Oh well. Just gotta make sure sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, different waves during the survival mode. And again, you're going to see different things here. I'm going to try to end this as quickly as possible so that you see this rise up again. Because right now it's just 1-on-1. Okay. Yeah, they also get harder with each wave. They're stronger. See, again, this is another custom weapon. I think this is also a custom one. Okay, this is awful. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, now it's 2-on-1. Yeah, some of these weapons don't. Oh, wow. Some of these weapons don't really work too well. But, you know, it's better than just the plain old weapons that they have. Alright, I'm done with that. Okay. Yeah. I do like this though. Here, your friend dropped that. Oh. And oh, there goes his hand. See? There goes his arm. And he's still moving. He's still going. There's the other arm. Can I get the ankle? Just the ankle. There you go. See, look. Now he has no foot. And he's still alive. So basically, it's not, you're not just running through people, through enemies real quick. They're a bit more sturdy. There is a mod that says Necromancer, I believe, and the idea is that after they're dead, they can come back. Couldn't get it to work, which is disappointing, but is what it is, I guess. Can I pick you up? I don't think I've tried that yet. Nope, nope, not. Come here. Nope, maybe if I grab him by the neck. Can I? Oh, that's a wall. Go, let's, come in. There we go. Can I pick... Well, he's dead now because of his friend. That's sad. But yeah, you can't really do this when you're short. Oh wow, this is going crazy. Here, that's yours now. I'm sorry, what? What did you say? You seem to be bleeding there a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So that's probably a good place to stop before I end up on some kind of a list. But yeah, that's just what I want to show you guys. Just the mods for Blade and Sorcery and all the cool stuff you could actually do with it. And that was kind of lame. There we go. So yeah, I think that's a good enough place to stop. There you go. Just hold that for me. Thank you. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video or found it informative, maybe I answered some questions that you might have had about this, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, leave a comment. I always love those. And with any luck, I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care.